India has got a digital public infrastructure which has helped a lot of innovations to take place. Starting from Aadhaar, which is the unique identity of every citizen in the country, to electronic KYC, to DigiLocker. These things allow consumers of startups to automatically and quickly get onboarded, pay easily within a fraction of a second, and provide all hard copies of documents which are authentic on a government server-based DigiLocker, which means today you don't have to carry any document physically with you to get onboarded as a consumer or transact. We had complex taxations which have been very simplified with a large platform which unifies all types of taxations, and everything is electronic today. The scale is in billions of transactions. We have now come to ONDC, which is like a free version of Amazon and Walmart, which allows democratizing the e-commerce section from a very small grocery shop in your neighborhood can also start selling on e-commerce website without paying commission to anybody who's providing a server kind of mechanism. These kind of things are very important. We see a lot of countries asking India to develop these kind of systems tailored to their needs for them in their countries, and some successes have actually happened. We would invite Taiwan also to come and take our initiatives into that country. The emerging startup segments today, from health to clean tech to space, are really picking up. The last two are really picking up very fast globally. And I think with the strength that Taiwan has, specifically on the chips and the hardware, and the software capability of India, I think there's a lot of complementary things that we can innovate on. And I think that something will be really good to try. In my opinion, the combination of hardware and software from each of these countries can evolve, and all these areas that I just talked are internationally in a big need. There's not too much of innovation happening in both space and clean tech, isolated at any point, at any location of the world. I think there's a very good reason for us to work together in these areas. And I was talking about this democratizing the platform. So what they do is, this is for a two-wheeler and three-wheeler, this is for a four-wheeler. But if you have a very small shop and you want to just put it in before your shop so that when people come they can charge, they have put 5,000 of them in the city. And what if I have got a smartphone and their app, I can find out which is the nearest available, what is he charging me per unit, and is it available right now. And this can be installed by each of them separately, independently. They choose what is the price they want to charge. Somebody want to make higher profit or lower profit, it's left to them. And there's no transactional cost. So which means that he buys this, he puts it, and he makes money by giving the charging to the person who's. They've also developed a fleet charging box which is downstairs in the ground floor. What they're also doing is, this is a beta production because they provide it to OEMs. They don't install it themselves. So for each OEM, they have a slight customization, so they do all the customization. That's all. So you basically scan your QR code from the wallet to the wallet or the bank of the provider. That goes directly after how many units you have done with it. These are all our partners who give us the use cases to be solved through startups. So we matchmake the startup to the corporate requirement. One solution for your power bank, charging your iPad and this. These are installed in railway stations, airports and hospitals. I can take, if I scan the QR code, I take it, charge my thing and drop it at the airport when I go. The difference of the, out of the 10 countries, with Sweden, we tied up with 3 years back with the operation called Sweden Innovation and Science Park. It's a group of all the 52 incubators in Sweden. And what we did was in healthcare. This is India's Student Healthcare Innovation Center, in which every year 400 startups apply. The winners have the opportunity to come here and get the support of All India Institute of Medical Science, which is the premier hospital in India, in Delhi, in Jodhpur. So these are the doctors who support these health tech devices. Their Ministry of Health, Swedish, and our Ministry of Health. That's how we try to give them this solution. So this is a medical device which is a simulator to train gynecologists on how to do fertility treatment, IVF. So what it does is there is an ultrasound of a uterus, you put a headset, and this is a needle which is exactly the same replica of the needle which a operation theatre person will use. What they do is they look at the uterus, they pierce the uterus from the right angle, and it gives the haptic response of the friction or the softness of the tissue. So haptic response is very important, that you are piercing from the right soft tissue or the hard tissue. You pick up the right egg or how many eggs you've broken in the process. So it's a learning which keeps a track of how well you're trained, and only after you're well trained then you touch a woman. So this is very important, because this is like a chicken and egg situation. Today a professor will come and the gynecologist all is standing like you and just saying what he's doing, but this is a very minute, sensitive operation. So they have to learn, and this is what they do. Health tech, med tech device, hardware, and an export. All the three are difficult combinations, I must say, but they worked for 8 years. They first order went to Korea. They launched this product in Italy 18 months back in the International Gynecologist Conference, and now they are in a few more countries. They have opened an office in Belgium to take care of the EU market. They're talking to universities who train medical professionals in this very highly specialized area.
So they sell the solution to the university? Or
Yes, because these universities are training high-end.
Okay, so not in the hospital, right?
Both.
Both,
So,
okay.
Clinic, hospitals, training institutes, all of them.
Okay.
So eventually, this is a training, but on a later stage when 5G remote surgery can be done, this can also be used to have an expert sitting in Bangalore, helping another gynecologist sitting in a smaller town to do the operation remotely or assist, if I can say assist. So these are the future things which are, but right now it's only for training. This is a medical grade used for stress affecting the fertility of man and woman. So both of them are like it's a husband and wife. Wife runs this stress and the husband solves it. So post-COVID, there's a lot of fertility issue across the globe, and they've been working very hard on this. And now these devices are actually being exported to many countries. But they're always fighting, because there's always a question of right component, right hardware, and then matching it to the local requirements, because every medical system world over is not yet unified to, there's nothing standardized. So every place has its own certification requirements, though they're common, but then there are some unique things which require some uniqueness. Please come. This is a device which is nothing but a video capture. 45 seconds you shoot your face, and it gives you these parameters of BMI, heart, blood pressure, random glucose, hemoglobin. It's not
calculate BMI by taking your picture?
Yes. So it's not a medical grade. What is it used for is insurance companies. And insurance companies, you go there and say, you don't declare that I'm diabetic. He has to capture that diabetic. So this is at a level of accuracy which is good enough for a mass scale screening for insurance purposes. This is a device which is used for pain relieving. So it's like a pulsed rays. So you put two of them, like if I have a knee problem, I put like these two. If I have a shoulder problem, I put two of them. Over a period of time, this pulsed infrared radiation, it's a type of infrared radiation, helps relieve your muscle and increase the blood flow. So it's available now on Amazon. This is a product which if you look at urinary tract infection, very common for specifically women. You go to a doctor, he advises a urine test for infection, you go to the lab, you bring it, so there are 2 visits of yours to the same doctor. What this does is you put your urine in 1 minute, you get the output of the infection, the color coding from your app tells the infection, and in the same visit to the doctor, you can get the antibiotics written. So they do it for hemoglobin check and things, a few other kits. This is for OBD of cars and trucks and tractors to find out and diagnose the health of the engine. So most of these service stations or garages, the big experienced guys, they could hear the engine and say this is a problem.
Yeah.
Young guys do not have that kind of capability. Right? So this is for those guys. This is a smart helmet, which is basically for these delivery boys to find out if they're driving rash, if they've fallen down, if they have an accident, those kind of things the fleet manager can control.
Okay.
So one of the largest food delivery companies called Zomato in India, their drivers are slowly getting this device in their helmets.
Okay.
For EVs, the EV scooter will not start if you don't put this, things like that.
Okay.
So this is for a pill reminder. If your grandmother generally forgets when to take the pill, you can put it morning, afternoon, evening, and you can put Monday to Sunday, and then it gives a buzzer. If she is not open and taken it in that half an hour, you get an alert on your app. You can call grandma, you forgot it. What happens is, you usually go to a doctor and say your medicine is not working and you blame the doctor. Then actually you're the culprit, you're not taking the medication in time, right?
Yeah.
What he does is, he increases your antibiotic course, which is not good for your health. So it's very important for medical professionals to make sure that medicine adherence is taken care of. And it's not a very expensive thing. It's only like maybe $35. Available on Amazon. So something which, I've seen a lot of people gifting this as a gift on a birthday of their parents and grandparents. So I find that very interesting, frankly speaking. This is a dry eye scanner, which means that all of you, what you're doing is going to give you dry eyeness, which is a big challenge. You put your eye here and the retina is scanned to see the eye. The AI tells you whether your dryness is serious, that you have to go and visit an ophthalmologist, or you can continue to watch Netflix. This is for counterfeit. In many cases, we know the problem of counterfeit for expensive pharma medicines and beverages like expensive alcohol. The typical way used to be a sticker of a hologram, which you try to peel off and reuse it on a different box, right, and replace the content. What this sticker does is, if you try to remove it, the QR code changes. So you know where and how exactly the counterfeit process is started. In general, counterfeit happens through your own distributor's channel. So you have to catch hold of your distributors that they are doing something wrong. This is a startup which helps train young students on how to build hands-on devices like drones, rockets. Every month they talk to the space shuttle in the ISS. They talk to the astronaut every month. So the kids should, rather than just seeing YouTubes, they should see how to build it, because then they can take career decisions based on what their interest is. You can't just see videos and see, I want to be an astronaut. No, that's not the right way. This is the lab that we have. This lab is electrostatic protected with copper wires under it. We have one table given to every startup. Some startups are working in healthcare, manufacturing. Yes, these are the names of the startup. And we give you the test and measurement equipment to prove them what they are doing. So there are some health tech guys over there, we have a lot of there's a quantum computation guy sitting not today there. So these are the kind of things. It's of course I must say it's not a co-working space because there are lots of co-working space in the city. We provide them this hardware lab facility and the network connections that they need. So I'll show you this. This is for manufacturing thing. This is a product which is like an automobile part. This is made almost 300 pieces a minute. And how do you do quality inspection of this? Your eye cannot do it, right? So this is a computer AI-based system, which on a conveyor it takes all the 300 in a minute, and it checks for its the correctness, the tolerance levels, the thread, and the symmetry of all that. And if it gets rejected or approved, it just does it. So these are the kind of examples from manufacturing industries. We have somebody who does a physiotherapy remotely. If you had a back pain or if you're not standing correctly, can it be remotely checked through a glove in your body which senses how your skeleton is? Are you standing like this, or are you straight forward, or are you sitting? Or if a physiotherapist wants to remotely monitor how the person is doing at home. So these are the different, there's one more here, which is, I'm not sure whether you can see. But this is a platform for simulator of driving. Again, for learning, it started with gaming. So this whole platform was like as if you're driving on a dirt road, so your vehicle should shake, right? So it shakes like that. So this platform is common, in which you can use for driving. Indian drivers are horrible, I must
Different
say.
terrains.
Different terrains. You can learn how to drive a metro with the simulated condition, or these guys are now talking for helicopter pilot training, because the platform remains the same, the software on the top changes. So that is what we can do.
Helicopter.
Yeah, you can see this way.
Oh. Yes, I can make
So there's a hardware and software capability that we are trying to build in this place.